Welcome to York Reacts. Today we're going to be checking out Remnant 2. It's a brand new launch trailer for this game. I have a previous video that I've done on this game, so check it out here above if you want to do a little deep dive on that. But today we're going to be checking out the new launch trailer. Now this game is done by a company called Gunfire Games. They worked on a bunch of other stuff like Darksiders over the years, and 1, 2, and 3, and some other games that you guys have probably heard of. So, if you're new to my channel, I do game development as well. I'm an animator. I've worked on some cool games over the years, so hopefully I can give you guys a breakdown that you've never seen before on this trailer. So, let's dive in, shall we? That's a cool way to start it off. Love it. Whoa. Nice. Whoa, look at this transition. Now we're talking. Turn this down just a little bit. Oh, here comes the doggy. Oh, dude, look at these transitions. Nice. Oh. That was cool. Wow. Digging this. Yeah. Oh, loving that. The gun change. That was sick. Save him. This is a really well done trailer. Wow, they're going into it now. Look at all this action. Oh no. Look at the size of this thing. What the? Wow. Gnarly. Another great transition. Man, they really pulled out all the knobs on this one. Nice. That looks sick. Right on. Doesn't get me hyped about this game. I don't know what will. Okay, so let's dive in here. So one thing I noticed is that they're really setting you up with the mood here with this guy coming into this cave and kind of like showing that there's going to be more than just kind of, how do I say it? The mythology. There's going to be some really gnarly creatures in here. And this guy getting kind of this right here. Him just panicking and getting wrecked. That's a cool way to like start the trailer. I love that part. And it really sets the tone for like the amount of transitions they're doing here. So if you look really carefully, as this guy's kind of like swinging around, the camera swings around as well. And they're setting you up for the way that they're going to do kind of all of these transitions. This like swooping motion with the camera. It's got a really cool effect to it because it's a great way to kind of hide the transition from scene to scene. Some of these creatures are really gnarly. Like this guy right here that he kills, and he just starts spewing out all this liquid. Like, this is crazy looking. And right as this like folds over, see, so this is how they're doing all these transitions. There's like something falling, and then it kind of wipes. So if you look really carefully here, it'll wipe to black for one frame, and then boom, and then it starts coming out of that frame, and you can see that like they put the camera on like the floor or something, and then they're rising the camera out of it. It looks like they're even moving the geometry of like the environment. So it looks like right here, they're kind of passing the camera through. But then in this one, it looks like they're actually moving the environment to the left to reveal this girl. Cool stuff though, because it's a great way to like blend these clips together. They're doing a really nice kind of signature way of doing it. It's kind of cool. Now, one thing I noticed with this dog is the animation is kind of funky. So there's something going on with his leg right here if you look really carefully. His leg is looking a bit strange in some areas. And it's hard to do that because like a lot of times in animation, the rigs of these like dogs and characters, you can't stretch them that far, you can't move them that far. So when you try to do like these big extreme movements, it'll do that sometimes. Another thing I noticed is that the dog is grabbing this like creature by the arm, but when right here, his head seems to sink all the way into the arm, like he's not grabbing onto it anymore. So there's some kind of weird disconnect there that happened. Still a cool scene though. And then they go right here back into this transition. Cool. I'll be talking about the transitions a bunch because there's so many of them in here. And if you look carefully, they've really masked them really well and done some cool stuff. One thing I noticed here too is that this character doesn't seem to be holding the weapon at all. So if you look up here, he's not gripping it at all. It's just kind of like floating there in his hand if you see that as he's jumping down. Just a little tiny thing I noticed. This is dope though. So this big blast comes back, knocks everybody back, and if you look, the way that they're doing this camera, it's the same thing as before. Something is falling, like I was saying before, and as it's falling, it's just kind of catching that. So neat. Really digging that. One of the coolest things in this trailer is them revealing the different gun skins and the different guns that you're going to be able to use in the game. It's kind of a cool moment, him like sniping and them kind of pulling this camera out. And as they're pulling the camera out, they're showing all the different skins and stuff. That's dope. I like that. That's a really kind of clever way to show it. Very creative. So props to the team on that. I like that. One of the things that impressed me was the animation right here coming up. This one I really like. The dude falling, boom, and then he lands on these rocks and he's like grabbing all this stuff. This looks really nice. So props to the animator on this one. This one looks really good. And then the good old nod, like the person grabbing and going. If you've seen some of my other videos, there's like I'll put it up here. There's an Elder Scrolls video, and there's so many where like these people are comrades, right? And so they save each other, and you see this a lot in a trailer that somebody will save someone else, and they give them this nod of like, "I got you." It's almost like a staple. I mean, they lots of people do it in trailers. One thing that's coming up here that's interesting is they're trying to do this transition into this lava rock or whatever this is, this glowing rock. And so every single shot is kind of taking us into this rock if you look at this carefully, which is kind of a cool idea. There's a lot going on though. Every single one of these scenes, you can see that they're trying to pack as much as they can in here visually, with all these people running by, fighting. Interesting stuff. But it brings like a lot of visceralness to the trailer, right? So it's really like fast paced and feels really cool right here. Of them blasting through all these different scenes and zooming in into this right here. Pretty cool. Then we got the big monster, yes. That's dope. Love that. And then finally, they kind of reveal him with these like, looks like he's got multiple eyes and some kind of weird like, whoa, dude. That creature looks really gnarly. Almost like aquatic. It's huge. Nothing like a good boss battle, right? And I think that's what that'll show. So as you can see, in this trailer, they have so many great transitions. The last one they do here is with this like squid. So if you look at this explosion, the squid is like coming across the screen and then revealing this other scene here. Like I said before, they're not holding anything back. They're really taking their time on this one to like go from scene to scene and do it in a really creative way. A lot of times people don't do that. They just kind of hurry up and go through the trailer and make it look cool. But this took a lot of time, you can tell. I don't know if Gunfire Games made this trailer or if it was a different company, but either way, it's really well done. It's pretty cool. Really digging it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this as well. If you are going to go check out this game, I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. It looks really cool and fun. And, you know, if you've played Darksiders 3 or any of their kind of titles, I'm sure you'll dig this as well. So, if you enjoyed this content, you know what to do. You know what buttons to press. If you're new to my channel, I also have a channel where I stream games weekly and come and play with the viewers and subscribers. So if you're down for that, I'll leave a link to it here. And I appreciate all your guys' time and support. Catch you guys in the next one.